Folks, it's 8:20, August 7. I had just done a short video, or maybe a longer one, on a close-up on the deck in the back of the house. And here, what we see is a picture of it. I think, well, it's 56 feet to there, and then about another 10 or 15 from that post over to the corner, and we'll have a staircase in there. So we'll have an awfully nice deck all the way across, and hopefully we use it a lot. Although Linda and I aren't much for just sitting around, but it'll look pretty if all it is just for show. Yeah, we're, a year ago today, on August 7, my nephew Jordan came out here from Virginia to help us. And Jordan is a very, very strong young man. He's going into physical therapy. He'll be a senior this year, and then his plan is to go on and get his doctorate in physical therapy. So Jordan was here last year, and unfortunately I had hoped that he and I would be able to set windows. Well, we didn't even have floor trusses in yet at that point. So I used him to help us put a fence. You can't necessarily see it, but we ran our fence all along the lot line. There were places where the fence that they had up was about 20 feet from where the lot line was. I'm going to just show you a stake here. You see this stake right here? Well, by comparison, over there is a stake, and it's about 20 feet. That fence was about 20 feet off the lot line. So Jordan and I put that in. He pounded all the stakes. I would hold them, and then we'd pull out the old stuff. He had done the cattails for me, but those have all grown back up. We'll be taking care of that. I'm walking down towards the lake. We'll put there's a 8x8 or 6x, I guess it's a 6x6. There's two of them. We'll put a gate across here so that the dogs can stay in the yard. The last Friday I picked up a dock. Oh boy, I just saw a fish jump. Maybe you can see the ripple of the water. But last week I bought a dock. This is 112 feet of dock. It's got an aluminum top on it. There's the aluminum decking. I do, however, have looks like 3, 4, 7, 10, 9 pieces. So that'd probably be about 2 sections that I don't have the aluminum for. But I bought this from one of the neighbors who sold her house and closed on it actually late last week. So a week ago Friday, my nephew Jordan and his brother Joshua and my nephew Jake Bob, who lives in Rochester, they were all up here for the family reunion, and so I paid the boys, and it took us 4 hours to move all of this. We hooked up the big long 12-foot trailer to our lawn tractor, and we're able to ease it down alongside of the house and take it down through the pathway here, and get it put in here. We took our riding lawnmower and our walk behind John Deere, took that to a repair place. They fixed the John Deere, which Linda really likes. Now it'll actually be self-propelled again. And on our lawn tractor, the motor was real good, but the housing was shot. So he's putting their motor into another riding lawnmower, and he'll have included a bagger with it. And so rather than buy a new one, we'll do that. We really need a rider. You know, one of the things we want to do is get this big grass under control, and then be able to mow to the edges of our walkway down here. As it turned out, the blade on the riding lawnmower was tilted to a 90 degree turn, and Linda was, well, you can see how this shit looks. So we're going to be able to pick the John Deere up today and hopefully get the walk behind here in a couple of days, or the rider. So right now the boys are laying out the where the floor joists will go, and that's one of those things that it's so important, you know, to be 16 inches on center. Everything is based on 16-inch gaps between studs or trusses. So this will be big. I think that this is really going to look nice when we get done. Real pleased with it. Thanks for following our progress.